Hey guys, you want to make $1 million? It's easier than you think, right? So, making $1 million in this day and time is pretty simple, and you might not really understand what I mean by it's pretty simple. So, I'm going to break it down over the next few minutes. So, I teach that success is a system. Success is a system, right? And for those that have been following me or those that are in my course, The $1 Trillion Client, you know that I love government contracting. I own a home health care agency, and I actually started a SaaS software company. But one of the things that I learned and that I've learned over the years, because I've been an entrepreneur for years, right? Years. I don't rely on a check every 2 weeks to pay my bills. I know that in order for me to win and to be successful, I have to get up every day and I have to work my plan. And let's go back. So in order to work my plan, I first have to what? Have a plan. And many people, they don't have a plan, but they want to make $1 million. So remember, making $1 million is very easy, and I'm going to continue to tell you how to do it, right? So success is a system. You have to follow a system in order to be successful. There's many paths to make millions, many paths, right? A lot of people are maybe they have a store, a Shopify store. They may be coaches. They may be writers. They may be speakers. They may even own businesses. But there's many paths to making $1 million. You just have to determine which path you want to take, right? Success is a system. You have to first also find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you're passionate about. And I always tell the story that if you're passionate about this goal or this thing that you want to do in life, and when challenges happen, and I assure you, you will have challenges, right, in every aspect of your life. Some people, they run into challenges and they say, oh, it must mean that I'm not supposed to do that, right? But if you run into challenges, then you have to ask yourself, like, okay, this is something, there's something that I'm being taught here. It's not telling me that I need to run away, that I need to stop doing what I'm doing. It just means that I need to pivot and analyze what I'm doing and take a different approach, right? It's not telling you to quit. It's telling you to push harder, right? So challenges come, but if you find something that you're passionate about, it makes it easier to be able to work through the obstacles and the challenges and the pain when they occur, because they're going to occur. The next thing you want to make sure that you do in order to make this $1 million or make millions of dollars, right, is you want to remove negative people and energy from your space, right? And I know you guys can relate to that, right? Because there's always somebody around saying, I don't know why you're doing that. You shouldn't do that. And if I were you, right, I know you have these people around you, right? Those people have limiting beliefs, right? And they believe, and it doesn't mean that they're bad people, right? But they believe what they've been taught, or they believe that maybe you can't do it because either they tried and they failed, right? Or they didn't have the courage to even try. And so thinking that, hey, someone else aside from themselves can be successful or obtain a goal that they themselves can't or don't even believe that they can do, right? They will, I guess, deflect that negative energy on you. You've got to get rid of those negative people. You've got to get rid of that negative energy, right? And a lot of folks, they say again that they want to be successful. They want to make millions. Millions, making millions is simple. It's very simple today. That's very simple. But there's things that you have to do in order to position yourself in order to make millions. Success is a system. Another thing you want to make sure you do is you need to learn to also encourage yourself. We all, I'm going to say we all, I don't think there's any individual that's living that don't have this voice in their head talking to them. But when you hear this voice saying, maybe you shouldn't do it, or it's not working, or whatever the voice is telling you, right? You have to make sure that you learn, because it's not something that just you wake up and you know how to do, right? You have to learn and fight. I'll say you have to fight with it every day. Fight with this voice in your head telling you that you can't do it, telling you that what if it fails, telling you, whatever the negative voice is telling you, right? You have to fight with that voice every day. You have to learn to encourage yourself, talk to yourself and say, hey, this is something that I want to do. I understand because I want to do it. It may not be easy. However, things in life that are easy oftentimes are not what worth having. It's those things that are difficult, that require attention and focus, that are worth having, right? And if everyone could do this thing, right, make $1 million, everyone would be millionaires, right? But it's not something that everyone is willing to do, right? Everyone can, but everyone is not willing to do it, right? Because it does. It takes execution. It takes commitment. It takes focus. Another thing that I would say, right, if you want to be a millionaire and make millions, because you can do it, is you want to pick this dream, right, that's aligned with your passion. And the dream needs to be large enough. It needs to be large enough so that it gives you a reason every morning, every day to wake up and to strive and to hump. Picking something that's little and small is not going to give you that motivation and that drive that you need in order to reach this goal, right? To reach this thing. It has to be a reason that you want to be a millionaire, not just because you want to be a millionaire. You want to be a millionaire because you want to make a difference. You want to create generational wealth. You want to be able to give and do for others and to serve, right? We understand the more that we give, the more that we receive. That's a law. That's inherent. That doesn't change, right? It doesn't change. Also, I always recommend that if you want to be this successful person, the millionaire, right, you have to find a mentor or mentors, right? You have to invest in yourself, find someone that's already done what you are trying to do, and align yourself with that person, right? They have already paved the path. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you join groups and you connect with like-minded individuals, right? Encouragement, right? You need cheerleaders. You need folks that's just like you, working and striving to win. So, I'm Dr. Mel, all right? Live your best life doing what you love. You can be a millionaire. It's easy, very easy. It's a secret.